Welcome to the Essential Oils Podcast, the podcast where we talk not only about essential oils, but natural health in general. And for those interested, how to build a wellness based business around it. I strongly believe that everyone should have the knowledge to be a health coach in their own home. And when you understand health better, you're more confident, you get less sick, and you rely less on doctors on popping pills. This podcast is dedicated to teaching and empowering others to be healers in their own home. And with the help of my wife, Nini, we hope to take you on a powerful journey of health discovery. Welcome to the show. Let's go. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of a Thursday where I like to go deep on essential oils and why I find them so beneficial for your health and how I've seen them affect our family's life and how they're beneficial. And so I want to talk about that. And, every week I like to dive into either, new nutrients or new oils. And it's not always going to be about oils, but it's going to be some aspect of how it can be used in your health. The other thing I like to look at is how other people are, successfully implementing this in their lives. Not just me, but how are these other people, either health coaches or moms or anybody really that's using essential oils and getting a lot of benefit. Because I'm not the only one. And actually, I learned from a lot of other people. So to this week, I want to talk about skin health and essential oils and how you might actually find some benefit. And I got a pretty cool giveaway that I want to do for people at the end. So listen to the full episode. And if you're interested in getting a free gift from me, I want to give that to you. It's going to be I think it's like $100 or something in value. I forget what it is. But all you have to do is just, if you sign up with the link that I have that I'm going to give you in the show, if you sign up and you start your own membership, I'm going to give you a free gift for your skin health. It's going to be amazing. And so hopefully you do that. I think it's going to be amazing. And I think after you hear about what I'm going to talk about and some of the science back behind the oils that we're going to talk about today, you might be more convinced. You might think, oh, okay, cool. This is some good stuff. So let's dive into it. So this week, I want to talk to you about Yarrow essential oil and Pomegranate. Two really, really powerful, oils that we're seeing really good effects for folks in terms of skin health. Now, they have some different names. Now, doTerra actually makes a combo oil called, guess what? Yarrow POM. Yeah, go figure, right? Really creative. And so they've got an oil called Yarrow POM, and it uses the Yarrow essential oil. And let's talk about Yarrow first, and then we'll talk about Pomegranate and how this could be really beneficial for your health and your skin health. Okay, so Yarrow, it has a name that's the Achilles species, and they talk about the phytochemicals and how it's applied for cosmetics. Now, there's a lot of strong evidence. By the way, I'm pulling all these studies from PubMed, so I'm not pulling these out of my butt. These are legit studies that show hey, we did double placebo, based randomized controlled trials, and this is what we came up with. And so there was some strong evidence showing that the Yarrow species, it may be rich with some of the cosmetic ingredients for skin calming and rejuvenating properties for wound healing and anti-inflammatory. The Yarrow is from the Achilles extract is what it's called. And what they found is that it has these antioxidant properties, antimicrobial, and thus it becomes a very good cosmetic protocol, right? Because of course we are exposed constantly to environmental stressors, free radicals. All of that can help lower inflammation. It's going to help your skin. Let's see, there's a study, the estimation it's called, of the traditionally used Yarrow oil extracts and anti-inflammatory potential topical application. So the application, they tested this on artificially irritated skin in vivo, and they demonstrated the ability to reestablish their optimal hydration and optimal pH. Pretty cool, right? Again, pretty interesting study. They also did, here's another one titled Surface Rejuvenating Effect of Yarrow Essential Oil. In vivo, a 2-month treatment with Yarrow, it showed it had a significant improvement in the appearance of wrinkles, pores, compared to that of the placebo. Okay. We're also seeing things with orange peel, terpene, and D-limonene, which is lemon extract, right? And having tissue repair qualities. Now, let's get into the antifungal and antioxidant. I think this is really fascinating because I interviewed Dr. Nathan Bryan talking about nitric oxide and how nitric oxide is so important for the body because nitric oxide expands the blood vessels, right? We need it. It won a Nobel Peace Prize, I think, in the 1970s. And why? Because when NO is disrupted in the body, we see more inflammation, we see lack of circulation, and when those two things are when you have a lack of circulation and more inflammation, you're going to breed disease, and you're going to breed more and more inflammation. And so that is actually a reason why red light therapy it covers all those two things. It attacks those two areas, which is why it's so effective. So NO, though, is an important, nitric oxide is an important chemical in the body. And without it, you will not have a lot of things. We know erectile dysfunction, all kinds of things, blood pressure issues, diabetes, insulin resistance, a ton of things. So this is really important. I found this fascinating with this Yarrow essential oil. Regarding the anti-inflammatory activity, both the oil and the sabonine demonstrated strong anti-inflammatory activity through NO, nitric oxide production, inhibition of lipopolysaccharides. We talk a lot about this on the show, and lipopolysaccharides, LPS, or as Dr. Gundry likes to refer to it, who's the world premier leaky gut expert, talking about little pieces of what. They're going to wreak stress on your body and wreak havoc overall, autoimmune issues, etc. And so it had an inhibition effect on LPS plus interferon gamma, which is a typical cytokine that and triggered macrophages. Okay. Furthermore, the essential oil showed a potent NO scavenging effect and inhibited inducible NO synthase expression. This is huge. I'm telling you, go back to my podcast, the Hack Life podcast, for some of those that you don't know, you're tuning to me live on various channels like TikTok. If you go to the Hack Life podcast, search for Dr. Nathan Bryan. He's an NO, nitric oxide expert. And because he saw the effects of NO, he actually came out with his own formula for NO topical serum. Okay. Why? Because it's so potent for the scavenging effects and wrinkles on the skin. He sees this. And so you're seeing this in this Yarrow essential oil. So I find it really fascinating. It's just so interesting how we have amazing practitioners that are maybe doing some of the things that, even in our ancient Ayurvedic times, people were seeing this in Yarrow. Maybe they couldn't explain it. They didn't know why, but they're like, this is working. We're seeing this in practice. And so I really find it fascinating how now we have scientists, we have people that actually, they see what's happening and they're doing the data. And we have these chemical compounds, but we also have it from this ancient wisdom. And so it's really neat to see the science behind some of these things and why they're working. NO is a potent thing, guys. You got to have NO in your life for inflammation and circulation, like I mentioned. So interesting part. Now let's talk about the pomegranate. Why is pomegranate, why would that be an effective essential oil for skin health? Well, it's got a host of effects. One is anti-aging. Pomegranate seed oil, again, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to help decrease the signs of aging, wrinkles, dark spots. So no surprise there. There's actually some good studies showing that it actually helps improve the growth of skin cells and improve skin hydration and elasticity. Pretty neat. Skin hydration, that's going to be another big factor. It contains punicic acid, which is an omega-5 fatty acid. That's going to help with hydration and prevent moisture loss. Okay. So really cool to see that. It's going to help support that skin barrier that we're talking about. The other thing is we talked about, so there's a couple quotes too. You can look it up, and I'm going to leave all the show notes. If you go to the Hack Life website, if you go to Joel Evan Coaching, www.joelevancoaching.com, I'm going to put the resources in the show notes. So if you want to look up these studies and you're like, I think Joel is just making this all up, I'm going to put that all in there. Okay. Another one is it's going to help manage inflammation, like we talked about, because of the antioxidants, and it's rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C, of course, we know the anti-inflammatory effects. It decreases inflammation, fights free radicals, but it is also going to help tighten the skin. Vitamin C is a huge cofactor when it comes to collagen synthesis. Everyone's talking about collagen. Yeah, collagen is great, but you need some of these cofactors to actually help build it. And so collagen synthesis can't happen without vitamin C. So you want that regeneration, you want that tissue repair, you want that wound healing, you're going to need vitamin C. And it's no surprise that the fucinic acid, if I'm saying that right, I have this, I want to say it in Italian, fucinic, this fucinic acid, which is found in the pomegranate oil. That's what's helping. So it's going to help stabilize the collagen that you have, and that's going to overall lead to a reduction in wrinkles. Okay, and then of course antimicrobial, right? So this is going to be huge in the role that it plays with bacteria and bacteria formation. So there's been some good stuff showing that it has these antimicrobial properties, so it can actually help fight things like acne, or at least can control it. So these are the reasons why you'd be looking at something as a powerful thing like doTerra makes. The combination of the two, Yarrow POM is what it's called. And I want to do something cool this week for you guys. So if you're tuning in and you want to experience this Yarrow POM, I want to do a giveaway, and I think it's like $100 worth of stuff. And so, if you're interested in getting some Yarrow Palm Complex, and you can get the actual capsules, if you're interested in getting some of the capsules, and you're interested in maybe even getting a free, I think it's called like a glow gel that you can actually put on your skin by doTerra, send me just send me a message. Let me know that you signed up and you enrolled. If you enroll with our link, I believe it's if you go to doterra.com/Nini and Joel. If you go to that website and you enroll with our link with doTerra and you start a membership, I'm going to send you a free gift, and we'll set that up because I really want to start giving you guys this gift. I feel like, again, I mentioned this on every episode, but it's like the power of being a healer in your own home. It's just tremendous. Right before this episode, we got done as a family doing an emotion code session. And if you guys know anything about me, I see mindset and emotions plays a huge role in people's health overall. And people are so mistaken when they think it doesn't. And they think, all I got to do is exercise more and get good food in. Well, if that were true, then no one would be having these stomach issues or all these things. But I see a lot of emotional health coming on it. And I think even next week, I'll bring my wife back on when she's not busy, and we'll actually talk about maybe some of the essential oils that can help with regulation of emotions and just some of the things that we're learning in our own family as we start to grow in our own health journey. There's always a new journey, right? There's always something new that's coming up. And so I'll talk more about that for sure. But anyways, if you go to the website, it's if you're watching live on some of my channels, you can see it, my.doterra.com/Nini and Joel. If you sign up for membership, I'm going to send you a free gift. I think it's like $100 worth of stuff. So check that out. And I hope this podcast was valuable for you. We got a lot more cool stuff coming. Tune in tomorrow for our Friday health hacks. I love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.